Hi everyone, and welcome to my new YouTube channel. I am Candi, and this is a place where we'll be taking the stigma away from sexuality topics every Wednesday. So today's topic, we are talking about mixed match libidos. So this is a question that someone in my community has asked me, so I have done a lot of research on this topic, and without further ado, let's get right on to it. So the first thing to take note is that everyone's libido is different. It is a spectrum. Some people could be on the far left to the far right, and there is nothing wrong with that, or anywhere in between. Now, with this being a spectrum, this can change over time. And with being with the same partner for a very long time, maybe you have a higher drive at the beginning and then a lower one later on. It all depends, or it could go vice versa. Another thing to remember is that open communication is extremely key with any relationship, especially with your significant other. So a huge issue that happens with a lot of partners is maybe one partner feels sexually frustrated where the other one doesn't really know what's going on, and this all comes into play that there is no open communication between both parties to talk about what's going on in their lives and how they're feeling about situations. So always communicate, and you're probably going to hear me say that a lot on this stream. Alright, so the next one, it may not sound that sexy, but after you've been with someone for a really long time, number one thing I would suggest is scheduling some sexy time. Now, I know this doesn't sound very sexy, but in today's day and age where, a lot of people have kids, you're both working full-time jobs, you gotta cook and you gotta clean and all the nitty-gritty, everything in between, you don't have time. So the biggest thing is to actually mark it down on the calendar if you're noticing that your sex time with your partner has really gone down the toilet, or maybe it's not even existent anymore, so jot it down. Another thing to keep in mind that sometimes with people that have a lower sex drive, having things penciled in actually gets them super excited. Knowing that they will be having a super sexy time that night with their partner actually gets them in the mood. So don't knock it till you try it. Also, I asked all you guys on Twitter what you thought of it, if you would recommend or consider scheduling some sexy time, and you guys said it. You guys actually said yes. So there you go. Another thing to keep in mind is that it's not knocking you if, let's say, your partner doesn't want to have sex, and that might affect your self-esteem, but remember, sometimes it's best to honor your SO's suggestion, and maybe they're just not in the mood at that time, and sometimes being more intimate in a sense of cuddling or things like that can always be something to consider if maybe sex is off the table that night. Just don't take it to heart, because that does happen a lot. On the other hand, the partner that may not be into it as much can rise to the occasion and maybe offer up some sexy time when really they're not feeling it, and it could even get them into the mood, knowing how much their significant other is super into it. So just like, let's say, for example, one of you wants to go out and have dinner out, but the other one wants to stay in, there's always a compromise, right, as a couple, so that's always a suggestion. My number one suggestion for couples is that one partner, let's say, is the higher sex drive person and the other one is the lower sex drive. I always say for the lower sex drive person to maybe go out of their comfort zone and try to have sex maybe once or twice more often than what feels comfortable for them, just so that they can make their significant other feel that much more loved and like they are the one that they truly desire. Because trust me, there's nothing worse than knowing that things are going down the hole when it comes to your sex life. And always remember, there is no right or wrong answer. There is no one person has more sex, so clearly their relationship is better than mine. Every couple is different, and these are just suggestions to help get you guys on the right track to having some more fun in bed. I hope these suggestions were helpful, and thanks for being part of my first video. find more information down below. How about you guys? Would you schedule sex? I would love to know what you'd think. Write your comments down below, and I can't wait to see you guys next Wednesday. Bye!